Hey, what's up? Have you ever wanted to buy a company online that gives you passive income, but you aren't really sure how to evaluate the business? In this video, I will show you how to evaluate opportunities on Empire Flippers that will help you find companies for a good price. You can buy a profitable business for less than $100,000 that gives you more than $65,000 in passive income. This could be in addition to your current job, or with the right business, it would allow you financial freedom without having to work another job again. Let's get right to it. Buying your first business can be scary. To lower the chances of getting scammed, I will show you the things that I look out for before buying a business, and then I will show you how to find a good deal. Alright, first thing we do is we go and search for Empire Flippers. We go to the link and open the website. This website lists hundreds of companies that are for sale. For example, the buyer doesn't want to do the business anymore. So here we can see this is the main page and we can look for listings. I usually just click on Marketplace. And I don't want to spend $13 million on an online business right now, so let's just go up to 120. Let's do 200,000. We just click apply, and here we see the list of all of the listings that are currently available for less than 200,000. So how do I approach looking for business? We see here the current price, the monthly net profit, the monthly revenue, the monetization method, the monthly multiple, and then how old the business is or when the business is created. If you'd like, you can select a different type of monetization. For example, if you've already had experience with affiliate links or with Amazon FBA, you can just select the one that you're comfortable with. I'm just going to click all monetization methods and browse. Here we see a business about digital media. It costs around 220,000 with a monthly profit of 4,000 and a monthly revenue of 5,000. This leads to a monthly multiple of 50x. So the monthly multiple is just the purchase price divided by the monthly net profit. I usually want to look for a company that pays back itself in less than 2, maybe 3 years, but I don't want to go above that unless they show a lot of growth. And in this case, they don't seem like they're growing in the revenue. So because of that, I'm going to go down here. This looks really interesting. It has a monthly multiple of 25. So that is a little bit cheaper than this one. And they also have revenue growth. However, their profit is going down. So I'm going to keep scrolling and see what else I can find here. We see an apparel business. I'm not too interested in that. Finance information, monetization as display advertising. I don't have too much experience there, so I'm going to keep scrolling. We see affiliate links, Amazon KDP, Amazon Fulfilled by Amazon. All of these have relatively high multiples, so I'm not too impressed right now. Here we go. Here we see a children and home care, which is an Amazon FBA business selling for $180,000. They make about $90,000 in net profit a year. So this could be something interesting. So this is something that I might want to check out. But let's keep scrolling before we get into each individual business. We have an information company that has a decent multiple, but they're also growing fast. So here the only question is, display advertising, again, not really my favorite niche, but everyone has different preferences. All of this looks really interesting. Again, we come into the 40 multiple, so I'd rather want to just skim through these first. We have a personal care business, which is Amazon FBA. They have a decent multiple, so they would pay for themselves if the business continues within 2 years. So that is actually something good. So this is something else I would want to check out. And here we have some more businesses. Let's narrow down our search a little bit and look for something cheaper that is a little bit more approachable. Let's check for $120,000. It is searching. We have another information business, Amazon Associates, so they probably have affiliate links as well, but again, a high multiple. And Amazon FBA, culinary, not too interested in display advertising. Very interesting. Here we have books. So again, another KDP. I don't have a lot of experience writing or running a writing business. So here we have a company that is a little bit cheaper. So actually, this is really interesting. Purchase price is $90,000. They make a net profit of $5,700. That's around $60,000 per year with a monthly revenue of around $330,000 per year. The business was created in 2018 and they did have a revenue decline of 9% in the last 12 months and a profit increase of 12%. So this is actually something interesting. So let's view this listing. Here we can see the assets that are included. So that includes the domain of their current store beyond Amazon. Then we see the supplier relationships. So they would give you all the SKUs that they're selling, the social media accounts, trademarks, email list with 1,200 subscribers. So this is actually really good. This means that they already have existing customers that like their product. So here's the listing summary. So pretty much all we need to know is they are Amazon FBA. This is a company created in February 2018 in the culinary and food and beverages and kitchenware niche. So this is a very broad niche, but it looks like they have found 12 core items that they're selling that make up all of their revenue. And the best-selling product has a 4.6 star rating and over 580 reviews. So once you acquire this business, you acquire all of those reviews and that will rank you pretty highly on Amazon, and the sales of this particular item will just continue. It says that the business earns the majority of revenue through fulfillment by Amazon, 97%, and only 3% through their Shopify store. It tells you a little bit about the products. So they are manufactured in China and then they sell in the US and in the UK. They talk about overflow inventory. I'm not going to go into that. The inventory is around 3,000 units in the US and 1,400 units in the UK. So that's quite a lot. But it looks like with that kind of revenue, you do need to have a lot of inventory to sustain that. It looks like the Shopify store also contains 300 articles. That means that they get a lot of organic traffic. And they actually say that right here. The organic traffic is 87%. But they don't list how many website views they get. So I think that might be later in the article where they show the exact numbers. The US is about 60% of the revenue, UK about 10%, and Canada another 9%. And then the top 3 pages on the site make up 10% of the site's total views. So it really shows that they have an asymmetric distribution of their products and that the top 3 products are really the core sellers of this whole business. It says here that is very interesting to me. The seller spends an average of 7 hours per week on the business. So that is something I look for. It shouldn't take too much of my time if I want to run this as a passive income opportunity. And they work on mainly customer service, managing Amazon PPC campaigns and fulfilling Shopify orders. So this is also something that you could outsource to another person, maybe find a virtual assistant that can manage customer service or that has experience with managing PPC campaigns and then can fulfill Shopify orders and manage inventory. Additional growth opportunities include releasing more of the SKUs into the European marketplace and switching to the local FBA fulfillment in Canada to increase profitability. So this is something that I would be probably less interested in. However, I would be really interested in the data of this company in order to see which of the 3 or 4 products perform 80% of their revenue, and then really focus down on those products and try to find more products like that. Let's look into their numbers here. Here we have their earnings. So it looks like over the last year, they had really strong earnings in December. So it might be a seasonal business, something that people give each other as a gift so that they purchase that mainly in December for Christmas. Let's look at their all-time stats. So it says they were started in 2018. Unfortunately, we don't see the numbers here. So that makes me a little bit sketched. I would like to see more data going back to when they were founded. However, working off this data here, again, we see a spike in December 2020 and then in June 2020. Overall, this month was really good for the company. They made a net profit of $32,000. So my big question here is, can I replicate these numbers? Can I go and make again $32,000 in net profit and $90,000 in gross revenue in the coming December for the Christmas month? Looking at the broader trend, it looks like they had better sales overall the previous year, but the sales are kind of declining now. So this might be a reason why the seller is selling this company. Let's look into the traffic side. This is less important to me because they say that they make a small percentage of their sales, only 3% from Shopify. but it still shows the interest in the company. And we see that they have about, last month they had 30,000 total page views and 23,000 unique users, which really shows me that this is an established site that gets a lot of organic traffic. And this is really good. We see here the growth in traffic, and it's pretty steady. So it looks like they have pretty good SEO or search engine optimization. The risk, they're pretty standard here. An increase in Amazon ad pricing could make ads unprofitable. This pretty much applies to all FBA accounts or FBA businesses. And Amazon can suspend or cancel your FBA account due to breach of their terms of services. So unless you don't breach their terms of services, you should be fine. The opportunities include more campaigns, fairly standard, different geographies. I have lived in Europe, but I wouldn't want to start my FBA business over there and really focus on that market right now. I want to focus on the North American market. But that is also an opportunity that I see in this business. Here we see that the work and skills required is around 7 hours per week, and the core skills are attending the customer service, manage Amazon PPC campaigns, and fulfilling Shopify orders, managing inventory. So these are all pretty basic, so most people could do this. Or at least they could learn how to do it in a few hours, or at least a week or two, and then get good at it. So that's a good sign. The seller support includes 30 days of email support and 2 Skype calls, as well as traditional casual support for 6 months if needed. So I would like to see a little bit more support here. 2 calls is a little bit low, but that is fair. The reason for sale says that the seller would like to explore the other opportunities. So this is too broad for me. I would really like to dig into this and see more of their numbers in order to see if the seller thinks that this is not a good company moving forward. So that would be my next step. So what else would we need to know in order to make an informed investing decision here? So we would need to see this data. I'm unfortunately not allowed to show this to you based on the terms of microacquire. This is all confidential data, and I signed a terms of agreement that I cannot share this. But if you're interested in this data, let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to include that sort of data in my next company review. They also show the social media channel, so I would really want to see what is the website, what are the products before I make an investment decision, and look through the frequently asked questions by others, buyers. Overall, I think this would be a great opportunity. The price looks fair, $90,000 for $30,000 in monthly revenue and about $5,700 in monthly net profit. So my next things, what I would do now is I would contact the seller, get on the phone with them, really ask them more questions about what are the products, what are the problems that they faced, why was the month of December such a big outlier, and why do they think that the revenues decline from the earlier years in 2021 and 2020 down to where they are right now. They haven't declined completely. The gross revenue is still over 11,000 and 2,000 in profit. But that is not the 5,000 in net profit that they advertise. That is just the average. So I would really dig into what does this look like right now. I would do an analysis on does my multiple look like right now based on the last few months' sales. So I would exclude all this. So I would just really look at the last 6 months, maybe the last month, and then do a calculation based on that. I would make an analysis whether or not this is really a seasonal product. And then really ask myself, could I go back up to the $90,000 in gross revenue based on the products that they currently have and the competitors in this space? All right, there you have it. If you are interested in another video where I explain how I bought a company for less than $500, check out this video right here. Subscribe if you want to learn more about how to be financially independent and get passive income, or if you just want to learn how to analyze companies that you might want to buy. Let me know what your thoughts were in the comments. Peace out.